Hello everyone, today we're reviewing Gone Home. If you like my channel and want to see more of my content, please leave a like, comment, and then subscribe. If you like horror and survival themed content as much as I do, make sure to check out horrorreview.com, a review website that I'm a part of. We review everything horror and we're always open to suggestions. Make sure to check us out. I put a link in the description below. Gone Home was developed by the Fulbright Company and published by the same for the PC version, with other publishers and developers for the game's other various versions including the Wii, PS4, and Xbox One. Made with Unity, in the game you take the role of Katie in a first-person view game where she moves around the house to view and interact with various objects. There's no defined goal or individual objects to complete. However, the game encourages and rewards players with new areas and messages when they explore the house. In order to progress throughout the game, the player must interact with certain objects that unlock access to other parts of the house, including upstairs and the basement. The story. When Katie arrives from overseas to her family's new home, the search begins for clues and items linking to the disappearance of Katie's sister, Sam. And Sam leaves a note on the front door telling Katie not to investigate what happened, and that's the exact ending of the game. Okay, I'm just kidding. Not really. Of course, I was curious about what happened to Sam and couldn't help but want to learn more. The first part of the game was honestly the hardest of pretty much the whole game. Who locks their doors anymore? Well, apparently this family does. I was eventually able to find the key under a Christmas duck or whatever that thing was. I'll say, without spoilers, that I was really surprised by the ending, and it was nothing that I was expecting. I found myself repeating the game and going back and reading everything over again. This is a game where you cannot just skim over the various menus and the various letters. What the text is, you must read it. If you don't read it, you'll just be completely lost, which is exactly what happened to me in my first playthrough. But my second one, I stopped being lazy and really started to wrap everything together by reading everything. It all started to make a little more sense the more I went on, and the more, of course, that I read. The graphics. There isn't much to say about the graphics, as it's mostly an exploration 3D point-and-click game that appeared effective for what the story and game needed to produce. I guess I could compare the graphics to like a newer style Nancy Drew game, and that's honestly all that Gone Home really needed to keep my interest. I've always liked the Nancy Drew style games where you go around, click a little, but this game really varies from Nancy Drew in the aspects of you don't talk to anyone. And I guess that adds to the creepiness and the kind of suspense of the entire game. Best features. Honestly, with games like this, it's hard to point out the best features, but I'll try to do so anyways. I'll say that my favorite addition to the game was probably the map of the house. The house got incredibly mesmerizing at times, and I needed something to reference. Without the map, I feel like I would have gotten lost and probably gotten incredibly frustrated. A mini-map would have been nice, but I understand it probably would have taken away from the gameplay. There was no true user interface structure, and what you had to work with was minimal at best. Even that being said, the map made everything easier. I found myself going back through the house and rereading various letters and journal entries and everything of the sorts, and I was able to do that by using the map to guide me back to the places where I remember I found those. There were various puzzles throughout the game, and honestly, those were pretty easy, but at the same time, I like having a little bit of structure and a little bit of difficulty when I'm completing a puzzle. That being said, most of them were simple, and you had to go through the house and find numbers or letters and went, hey, that goes to that, or this goes to that. And it was almost too simple, but I still appreciated the effort there. Verdict. It's only fitting that the game was nominated for Excellence in Narrative for the Independent Game Festival 2013, and Polygon named Gone Home Game of the Year for 2013. This game is one of the best narrative point-and-click 3D adventure-type video games I've played in a long time. I'm a huge fan of Nancy Drew, and this kind of made me feel sort of like I was at home. Overall, this is a gem I'm going to keep downloaded on my computer and play once in a while. I would compare it to a book, only in video game form. You should definitely check it out. Remember, nobody's really too far from home. I'll see you all next time.